All right, Roland, I have your Tomoquad Sonic 2-inch finished up. Just finished it. I did every little thing that needs to be done, so it's just completely good to go. The only thing that you'll need to do is bind it up and go fly. And I made it extra simple for you to bind it up. So let me just show you real quick. Right here on top, this is normally where a Eachine TX02 or 03 would go. I guess, you know, back when Tomo designed this, a lot of people were using those. Some people still do. My opinion of it is that it's still a great VTX. But these days, a lot of people want smart audio. And, you know, to accommodate that, Eachine did actually recently put out a updated version with smart audio on it. So, you know, it's still a good VTX. But the other main biggest thing about what people are wanting these days is more milliwatts. So it only goes to 200. So anyway, instead of putting a TX03 in here, which it fits perfectly. I mean, this little square is notched out right where the LCD screen is. But the other thing about this little little pouch in that TPU printed part here is you can fit a receiver in it. So you can see that this is the receiver right here. And the bind button is in this little hole right here. This is normally where your antenna would come out. I don't know if I'll be able to show the button. Let me see. Yeah, it's right there. You probably can't see it on camera. It's that little copper box right there. I mean, when you have it in person, you'll be able to see it. I was just pushing it right there, so you can hear it clicking. So very easy to bind this one. So this one it's a Tomoquad Sonic GT 2-inch frame. I love these frames. I've always loved them. It's a really nice 2-inch. This is probably my favorite 2-inch because it's so tiny. You have the DYS 1104 7500 kV motors. You have a HGLRC F438 stack with the TX20 V2. You have a Predator. I'm not sure if it's the V2 or V3. I don't think I checked. But I went through the menu on it, and I had never seen that menu before. It was a totally new menu. And you can swap between 16.9 and 4.3. And there was like a bunch of other settings that I've never seen before on it. It was pretty cool, actually. But yeah, it came set on 4.3 and it was set on PAL. So I changed it, or no. Yeah, I didn't change the 4.3. I left it on 4.3, but it was set to PAL, so I changed it to NTSC because the OSD wasn't showing up on the screen at the bottom at all. So I went in the settings, and sure enough, it was set to PAL. So I set it to NTSC, and now the OSD is at the bottom of the screen. And I set up the OSD to have the same thing I always do. I got battery voltage, RSSI, and the timer across the bottom. So your VTX antenna, I zip tied to the back here, so that's a pretty good spot for it. There's not a lot of places for the receiver antennas or the VTX antenna. I mean, this is an okay spot if you're using a VTX03, but so yeah, that's on there pretty good. It's not gonna hit the props. Yeah, it turned out pretty nice. So I do already have it bound up to my radio. So I'll show you a little test hover. I did already fly it, and already set the PIDs and everything. Everything is completely ready to go. So let's see here. Oh, the other thing too is, I don't know if you noticed that when I first plugged it in, you could see the LED for the receiver right through this TPU, which is just awesome. So you can even see the green, and the green when it's bound is really dim, and you can still see it, so that's pretty cool. And you'll see the red flashing when you get it and you go to bind it. So let's turn this around, do a little test hover, and get this thing to its rightful owner. Oh, I'll show you the video too, but The little screamer. Oh, and I also flashed it to Betaflight 3.5.1. So, yeah, everything is just good to go on this thing. You just need to bind it and go have some fun. This is your battery too. This is the one that you ordered. It's the G&B 553S. I put some UMA grip on the bottom, so yeah, the battery stays on there real nice. The VTX button is right here. Touching it right now. And you do also have smart audio hooked up. So let me plug in my goggles. I'll try to show you the video real quick. There you go. A little bit blurry, but you get the idea. There we go. RSSI is working too. Let me turn on the radio and you'll see it change from 49 to whatever it's gonna be.
Switch warning.
Come on. Oh, this is impossible. There you go. So RSSI is working. Video is clear. Everything's all good. So that's about all I got. All right, thanks, Roland.